What's up? If you're watching this, you've made it to my first YouTube video. So, here we go. First things first, changing the radiator in a WRX. And then we'll get to the rest.
Probably cop a script with Roxy. Probably cop. Probably cop a script with Roxy. Y'all kinda sloppy. Got me dodging all this body bag 'em in the lobby. Drop me Adderall and alcohol and then I pop a fucking oxy. I'm a zombie. I'm a motherfucking dead man walking. Speak on all the name, it's just another dead man talking. Got the dead man stalking. Copy silhouette chalky. Typing out your problems, just another red-handed hawking. Cherry flavor dick. Ruby got the chicken head squawking. Do it how I does it, yeah. Fuck the way they say it. Talking, bleach fucking up. Plague bleeding for diseases, so y'all get the fuck up off. Only saying cheese when I ask how much they brought it. Fuck a brain.
So let's just go in depth on my other TikToks. And we're going to start with these people who die when they try to expose pedophiles. I tried a lot to make this microphone right here work. It can only connect to my computer, but my computer camera is absolute trash. And I don't have a streaming camera, but I guess I'll need to go get one. So this audio quality is just coming from my phone, so it's probably not going to be very good. But yeah, I spent a lot of time trying to get that to work. I downloaded like 500 apps. I have no clue, so I just gave up. But let's get into this video. For as long as you can remember, for as long as there's been a United States, there have been Rothschilds. For as long as there's been for as long as there's been a United States, there's been Rothschilds. Hi! All of that footage is actually from a week ago, because I'm an idiot and I deleted it by accident. So yeah, this video was supposed to go up a week ago. I'm very sorry. Shit. Where am I supposed to start? Oh yeah, we're starting with, yeah. Damn, I'm sorry. Pedophiles. Let's just start into, these people who have died exposing pedophiles in a certain way. One thing that a lot of them all have in common is they'll die from hanging themselves from a doorknob, which is kind of a weird way to do it. It doesn't actually really seem that effective, but basically what that's to symbolize is a rat. So the first person we'll get into is Avicii. Now, Avicii released the Better Days music video, and in the music video it starts out with these people meeting up to buy actual people. Then it transitions to this man chasing these two little kids through a field. Then you see throughout the video this guy and this girl. Then they go to each of the people that were a part of this human trafficking deal, and they kill each one of them. And they tally them off one by one. And as they're getting each person, they brand them with the word pedophilia. So when it gets to the end, and they get the main guy, this rich businessman looking guy, very powerful seeming person, they reveal themselves to the man, and it turns out that they are the children that were being chased at the beginning of the video, and then at the very end after that, it shows them actually being purchased. So after this, Avicii was doing a lot to help uncover this underground child sex trafficking. Except, of course, he then kills himself. Very strange circumstances. So the first story coming out was that he had hung himself from a doorknob. But then 2 weeks later, after his death, it changed to he was drunk and smashed a wine bottle and cut his arms open with a wine bottle and bled to death. Which is very weird that they would change his cause of death after 2 weeks of that first story. His family says that he was suicidal, but his girlfriend says that he was never suicidal and that none of it made any sense and that this was murder. You can take whichever one you want to believe. My computer won't load. So now we can get to Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell was the lead singer of Audioslave. This man was sexually abused as a child. He starts funding this documentary called The Silent Children. And this is meant to expose underground pedophilia rings. Dude, my computer is absolutely butt fucked. Anyway, it's meant to expose underground child sex trafficking. He kills himself, same way, except his family says at the time of his death, he was not suicidal. His daughter is even seen in a picture at an award show with a shirt that says, "We will not be silenced." I feel like that's kind of a clear message. I could be wrong. His best friend, Chester Bennington, lead singer of Linkin Park, continues funding The Silent Children. 2 months after Chris Cornell's death, Chester kills himself in the same way. Chester also being the victim of being sexually abused as a child. When he was a kid, his dad left him when his dad found out that Chester wasn't his biological son. So when you look to who is the one that could have abused him, who is the one that could be his father, his family was actually pretty close to John Podesta. John Podesta is one of the most perverted, most disgusting, most put it right in your face, he's a goddamn pedophile. One of the main guys involved in you know what gate. Like, I can't say it or else it's gonna get picked up in algorithms. Domino's Gate, Papa John's Gate. Okay? I mean, we can just think about the things that are in his house. All this artwork, absolutely disgusting. I'll leave a link to the sound comparisons of him and the audio of what may or may not be him scalding a child with hot water, torturing them, and this man is walking freely at the moment. But when you look at them side by side, they damn near look identical. I mean, he could actually be this man's biological father. So that being the case, and even if that wasn't the case, when you just look at, in general, him knowing of this man, I don't even know this man, I know this kind of crap about him. He was working to expose pedophilia and kills himself. Alright, I got my computer to work. We straight. Now I'm not just going off the top of my head. Damn, now I don't even know where I was. I truly apologize to you guys for it. If he hangs himself, why is there blood all over his head? Why is there blood all over the ground? You know, this kind of is like with Jeffrey Epstein. So Jeffrey Epstein, this man has multiple bones broken in his neck, which Dr. Michael Baden, who is a private pathologist, widely known, had an HBO special, says this is not something you would see in hanging. This is something you would see in strangulation. So why did it take this man to say that? Well, because the same guy that did the original autopsy is the same one who did the one on JFK and George Floyd. And I can get into the George Floyd one. That one is kind of suspect. Anyways, so we see things like this. All of these red flags that are being thrown up, and no one investigates it. Police aren't investigating it. Why is it suicide? Why is it always suicide? And then a lot of people wanted me to talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. First off, just starting off with her, I don't know what's going to happen to her. She could get suicided. I don't know. But what I do know is this. She was supposedly arrested 2 weeks ago at a house in the middle of nowhere. That's the story that came out. She was not arrested 2 weeks ago. They made it public that she was arrested 2 weeks ago. There had been rumors to wherever she could have been. Nobody in the last year has known exactly where she was. The reason, what this actually is, she was arrested about 4 to 6 months ago. So what has she been doing this whole time? Why have they not released this? Well, she's been wearing a wire. And that's why you see celebrities like Tom Hanks, who actually was arrested in Australia and stayed in his hotel room refusing to come back to the United States. He says he's back in the United States. A lot of people are just saying that's BS and that they have not actually seen him. Ellen DeGeneres, her show just got canceled out of nowhere. There wasn't anything leading up to it. Even if there's bad ratings, they'll make some kind of announcement. You know, maybe they'd have some big show as the finale for it. Nothing. Or Jimmy Kimmel, canceled out of nowhere. People were saying that he wasn't canceled. If you go to his studio, there's nothing there. Nothing. I think that Ghislaine Maxwell is going to rat. She has to. She's not built for prison. This lady was born in France, moved to England. Her dad was a billionaire. She's always been used to high class. She knows she's not going to survive in prison. There's a whole lot more that I want to get into, but for right now, I'm going to let you guys sit on that. I will be making more YouTube videos. I'm going to try maybe twice a week, maybe once a week. I don't know. I'm a really busy person. But I'm going to start making YouTube my top priority because I know I'm going to get demonetized, but I'm going to at least try to make some money. I don't know. This takes up a lot of time. Some people were saying something about like donating. If that's what you guys want to do, I can, I guess, set up some kind of thing like a Patreon or my PayPal, give you my PayPal. But for the time being right now, this is it. I will get back to you guys. Let me know in the comments what topics you'd like me to cover. I've been seeing a lot of Bohemian Grove, and that's a really good one. Skull and Bones, that's one of my favorite ones, especially like when the people that are confirmed people in this get questioned about it. Oh man, they have some interesting reactions for sure. But this is it. I love you guys. Remember, if I'm ever found hanging from something, if I don't post on any of my social media for more than a week, please DM me or something. If I ever come out in the news as having committed suicide, please investigate.